Following video series has been written and produced by myself and myself alone. So enjoy. Do you honestly believe that? Pelaticus the Savior. Don't make me laugh. His pale complexion lay in stark contrast to the dim light of the dining chamber, of which was completely void of food or company save two men. Pale white light shone through a tall glass window just behind the first man, who lay seated at the table's head. Adjacent to him was another man. Their dark-colored imperial finery blended well with the meek lighting. The second man frowned. What is your point? Pelaticus is fixing the empire. His benefit programs cannot be denied. Furthermore, need I even mention his massive healthcare projects, job creation, and reconstruction of infrastructure? The man is delivering on his promise. The first man at the helm of the table smiled. Oh yes, but you mistake me, friend, for I am eternally grateful to see the most basic functions of our society be restored to their working orders. But I believe where your vision blurs is the bigger picture. For example, the man rises from his seat at the table's head, gesturing as he talks, beginning a small pace, cascading his figure in the tall window's pale light. May I pose the question, where could our gracious emperor possibly have retrieved such an infinite supply of imperial credits? Why, following the massacre and subsequent plundering imposed upon us by the Eternal Empire, I was under the impression that coffers everywhere were empty. Furthermore, and if you haven't noticed, the replacements for the old Dark Council act no different than their predecessors. Like locusts, they eat each other alive, completely ignorant of the flames that consume their fellows. We live on a sinking ship, my friend. Don't let Emperor Pelaticus and his showmanship distract you from that fact. Chapter 1, Act 1. After the Storm. Following the conquest and subsequent defeat of the self-proclaimed Eternal Empire, piracy, raiding, and crime became chief in the galaxy. The latter, namely within the Republic. From the reaches of Randon and Balmora to the Senate chambers itself, organized crime wars engulfed the superpower like wildfire. Gang hits, briberies, shootouts in broad daylight. Crime syndicates rose and fell overnight, and those few Republican aristocrats who stood against this tide were either executed or voluntarily exiled. Most gangs and syndicates fizzled out within a few years, though there were a few who did survive, namely the Black Sun and Seven Diamond syndicates, both of which would go on to become rivals and controlling interests in the Republic's future. Put aside crime wars, backdoor Senate deals, and black market slavery, the Republic was slow to rebuild, with the core garnering the most attention, while the Mid-Rim was left to fend for itself, despite heavy taxes and tariffs imposed by the core worlds. These funds taken from the Mid-Rim fueled the reconstruction of the core worlds, while the much larger and slightly less populous Mid-Rim plummeted into poverty. It's no secret that street gangs and syndicates alike were quick to capitalize on this, which naturally only worsened the situation. While the Sith ate each other alive, the Jedi, on the other hand, were being transformed by the High Council into something of an Orwellian police state. The power of the late Emperor Valkyrian had frightened them so much they elected to initiate a crackdown on any possible practice of the dark side with increasingly harsh punishments. At first, this was rather lax, but certain actors within the order bled poison into the High Council. Seeking control for themselves, they slowly yet surely tightened the noose of tyranny. Many within the order would object, yet few would stand against this new regime. All things considered, the galaxy was in a state of chaos. And chaos is a ladder.